Hello everyone, welcome back. So this morning I felt like talking a little bit about college versus non-college routes to learning programming and computer science. Because I feel like there, there is a misconception. You do not have to go to college to get in this field. Let me make that clear straight off. You do not have to go to college. This is a thing I wish like even 18-year-old me would have known, preferably around 16, but it took until I was 25 for me to finally look into it to the point that I got the information that, hey, you don't have to be in debt, you don't have to go to college, you don't have to spend 4 years learning to do this. I mean, of course, you're going to want to spend 4 years learning to do this, but not necessarily in a college setting, not necessarily in a classroom, or in a virtual classroom even. That's not to say you shouldn't go to college. That's saying you don't have to go to college. As I said in one of my other videos, you need to pick a route that's good for you when it comes to learning programming. Sorry, my mother-in-law called me. So, why do I think you should not go to college? If you don't like school. if you don't like school, then it's probably not going to be the most efficient time management. It's not gonna be the best use of your time to go to college to learn in a way that you don't like to learn. Especially when there are plenty of other ways you can learn. If you like learning through videos, if you like learning through shorter courses. And I know if you haven't done programming courses, then you may be wondering what the difference between a course and going to college is. A lot of courses are self-paced. You move at your own speed. You're basically you and the mentor or instructor or professor, whatever you want to call them. You can have a little bit more one-on-one feedback without having to go the extra mile to work around office hours and things like that. And then you can really get a handle on the material before moving on. Because college, when you have any type of large classroom, you're going to have to balance the pace between the fastest learners and the slowest learners. And typically, both sides fall short. You're either going to be moving too slow for the fastest learners, or you're going to be moving too fast for the slow learners. So regardless of which category you may fall into, there's nothing wrong with either one. Taking your time learning something's actually probably more valuable than speeding through it. But regardless of which type of learner you are or how quickly you can pick up a new topic, it's good to move at a pace that's comfortable for you, so that way you know that you know the concepts, the topics. That would be some of the reasons I feel like not going to college might be an option for you. Now, if you're in need of more structure and a guidance on what to learn and how to learn it, college does definitely offer probably the strongest structure of some of these options. Courses can definitely, have they obviously have structure, and boot camps. They're another really well structured thing, but you have to know a little bit more for those because they're more refined structures. Like you can find so many different like coding boot camps and coding courses that you're gonna kind of need to know at least a little bit to know which ones you need to take. Now, why should you go to college then if there's cheaper alternative routes? Well, the cheaper thing is a little bit subjective. If you've got a scholarship and college is 100% free, and you're about learning in a classroom and you like the social aspect and those are the types of things you enjoy, then definitely go for it. There's absolutely no reason not to, because a college degree will help. Coming from someone who has yet not decided if I'm ever going back to college, I like to think that one day I will, because I am pretty close to getting my degree, but the main reason I dropped out was because I need a job, rather than waiting on that piece of paper that's not a guarantee on a job. So if you have the time, it's not going to put you in debt, you like the setting, definitely go to college. The other thing I would like to talk about real quick, because I feel like I'm going to do multiple videos comparing different ways of learning programming, and I'm going to talk about college a lot, because I have a lot of thoughts about college, and as y'all will eventually learn watching these videos and spending time on this channel as I make more and more videos, I have lots of opinions and thoughts about a lot of things. Not always correct ones, and not always ones I expect people to agree with, but for me personally, I just have thoughts and I like to share them. But the other thing, if I could stop rambling for a minute, is what kind of information do you like to learn? Because in any science, this isn't just computer science, this physics, chemistry, biology, geology, any of that, even ecology, and even things that are more soft sciences like psychology or economics or political science. A lot of these things boil down to two main aspects. You have theoretical sciences and you have applied sciences. I love reading about theoretical sciences, but I prefer working with applied science. So what's the difference here? What am I talking about? Okay, going to college and getting a computer science degree is going to give you theoretical computer science knowledge. What that is how do these things work? How do they work on kind of an abstract level? How should things work? You know, you'll learn more about algorithms and pseudocode and how to think like a computer in college more than writing actual code. Some colleges do really good. They offer a few languages and different things like that. The ones where I live, you're going to learn Java. That's what you're going to learn as far as like real programming languages. A little bit debate there on if you want to consider HTML or CSS a real programming language. But full disclosure, colleges around where I live, you're going to learn HTML, you're going to learn CSS, and you're going to learn Java. You're not even going to learn JavaScript to go with the HTML and CSS because that makes so much sense. Sounds like my daughter is waking up this morning. Fun stuff. So I'll try to wrap this up for her and you as well, so I'm not rambling on for another 15 minutes. But that's the theoretical side of things. You'll learn about data structures. You'll learn polynomials, binary, understand the relationship between machine language, assembly language, low-level programming languages, high-level programming languages. All this is very valuable information. All of this that I learned that I did get out of college is what allowed me to accelerate my learning of programming. Because in the 3 or 4 months that I've taken programming seriously and applied myself and tried to really get deep into learning it, I've picked up a lot, and I feel like I might have learned it a little bit quicker, or at least understood it more deeply quicker, because I had that foundation. And it wasn't just that I picked up programming better or anything like that, more deeply. I don't want to use the word better. I didn't have a deeper understanding. I didn't just get a deeper understanding of programming, but learning the applied side of this actually reinforced and made the theoretical side make more sense to me. Because reading about data structures was almost torture for me until I learned a programming language and started using arrays and objects and classes and instances and things like that to really, like, going back to where, like I said, I'm more of an applied person. I like something a little more tangible. So with that, that's another thing to take into consideration if you're considering college or not college, is what will be more valuable to you in your career goals, what's more valuable to you as a person with your learning interests, and what do you enjoy. Because obviously all that I just said is the theoretical side, and then the more applied side is what's left over. That's actually coding. That's the actual language. That's actually making an application. Because you don't really need to know anything at all about certain low-level languages or assembly language or binary or anything like that. You really don't need to know that in depth at all to make a website. Just as an example, because honestly, if you're looking for a static website just to get started and to get practice and to get into coding, all you need to know is HTML and CSS, how to save a file, and how to make a folder. That's it. But the deeper you go, the more certain things click, type of thing. And you gotta figure out how deep into the ocean you want to get, because it's near infinite. Like, I don't know that any one person could truly ever know everything there is to know when it comes to computer science or programming or software development. But kind of find a guideline here. Like, how deep do you want to go versus how high up do you want to go? What do you want to work with, and what technologies do you need for that? And that goes back to my other video on, how to start learning programming. This could almost be seen as a coupled video set here because this is just elaborating on the different ways you can learn. But in the end, like I said, college is up to you. That's what I want you to take away from this specific video. College is up to you. There's nothing wrong with going. There's nothing wrong with not going. There's perks to having a college degree. There's perks to not having a college degree. Now, the reverse could also be said, because the perks of not having a college degree would be that you have free time where you're not in college to go to a coding boot camp, because you couldn't do both. Not at the same time. You'd have to take some time off from college, go to the coding boot camp, and then you could go back to school. That'd be perfectly fine. But it's just that figuring out what works for you, what route you want to go, what you want to know, those types of things. And in the end, it kills me a little bit because I'm personally in a lot of debt because I just didn't know this. So one of the first things I wanted to put out on my channel is to let all of you know, because I'm targeting, I want people who are very new to programming to come here and watch my videos. I want to help you all out because of what level I'm at. I'm fresh out of learning how to program. If nothing else, you can trust me that I've learned how to learn programming. I want to help you with that, and with that, I want to start off by letting you know that the route you take is up to you. You don't have to go one way or another because somebody else has. But thank you for watching this video. As always, I hoped it helped out a little bit, and of course, as always, feel free to hit me up if you have any questions about anything at all in regards to this video, about my opinions on colleges, my experiences at college, my thoughts on boot camps or self-taught. If you need resources, just let me know. I've got links on links on links I can send you of different places to learn different types of coding styles and different aspects of programming. But I'm just here. So thank you all for watching, and well, I guess I'll just see you in the next one then.